I began teaching at Gunn High School in 1965 when I was 24 years old. Over the years, read the play again and again and again, and just fell in love with the play, with the character, with the language. And so in one sense, I've been working on this part for 46 years. You know, 1949 was a period of relative prosperity, post-war prosperity in the United States. Look what's happening now to the middle class. There is no longer a middle class in Palo Alto, and Howard, the boss, essentially turns him down and fires him. Willy, in an outburst, says, he says, I worked for this firm for 34 years, Howard, and now I can't pay my insurance. You can't eat the orange and throw the peel away. I mean, that's not a piece of fruit. It was a chilling commentary I read a couple of weeks ago that yes, in the contemporary United States, all workers are oranges. Corporation workers is oranges, and the price of juice is going down. A scary, scary prospect. And then another very local issue. This play is very much about parenting. Well, and the play raises some real questions about what role should parents play in determining. One of the most important lines in the play, Biff, the son, says early, I don't know what I'm supposed to want. No, I don't know what I want. I don't know what I'm supposed to want. Well, supposed by whom? By his father, certainly, by society in general. So I mean, the play raises all kinds of questions. To what extent is financial success necessary to happiness? Yes, and then I'll qualify that. Yes, it's a tragedy. Miller wrote a wonderful piece for the New York Times just about the time the play came out. It's called Tragedy and the Common Man. And he said you know, tragedies aren't being written anymore. We don't have kings, we don't have, you know, generals, Macbeth, that sort of thing. We don't have Prince Hamlet. And so he set out to write a tragedy for the common man, Willy Loman. Okay, no accident there. And he says, and I'm paraphrasing, but it's close, we're in the presence of tragedy when we have a character who is willing, if need be, to lay down his life to preserve one thing, his sense of dignity. And that's what he wants us to see in Willy Loman. And then the flip side of this is, it always bothers me when people say, why are you doing that play? What a downer. Well, no, it's not a downer if it's acted and directed the way Miller wrote the play. Later in that same piece, Miller says, most people have a misunderstanding of tragedy. Tragedy is more optimistic than comedy, because tragedy celebrates what is best in the human being, and I think he uses the term the indomitability of the human spirit. Willy will not give up. When his son says, Pop, you're a dime a dozen, and so am I, Willy says in the stage direction, in an uncontrollable outburst, I am not a dime a dozen. I am Willy Loman. It's so important to the Miller canon. If you've read The Crucible, John Proctor signed the thing. I can't give you my name. I am John Proctor. When I taught this play for 46 years, one of the first things I always said to the first thing I said to a class as we started reading, now I'm going to give you a challenge right now. You don't have to like Willy Loman, but you got to care about him.